Welcome, everyone, to a piece of college football history as we crown this season's national champion. There's been so much that's gone into getting here, twists and turns, and now it builds to this, the battle for supremacy. And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all sorts of challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment, the battle for that precious trophy. As we'll see the number 7 seed in this playoff, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a team from the ACC, the UAB Blazers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, everything has been building to this. It's time for the national championship. Let's crown a champion. Here we go with the kickoff. This is it, the ultimate game in college football, national championship at stake. The kickoff, a little too hot to handle, goes through the end zone for a touchback. So UAB's offense going to get the chance to start this game off. Well, here we go. The energy in this building is absolutely amazing, Kirk. We are just 60 minutes away from crowning a new national champion in college football.
And think about it, as a player, this is really what you dream about. This is what you work towards, having an opportunity to get to the national championship. Both these teams have worked hard. Now they're here. Let's see how it plays out.
Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
And in first down, they go right back to him. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable third down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 or more yards a pop like that.
A gain makes it second and medium. And the tight end goes in motion before the snap. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. He's moving out of the pocket. A throwaway there. Gave up on the play, but now it's going to bring up third down.
Well, sometimes an answer for an offensive coordinator against a good pass rush is to move the launching point. Move the quarterback from one spot to another to affect the rhythm of the pass rush. That's not having any kind of impact at all on this defense. They're getting after this quarterback no matter where he is. And they do a good job of it right here.
Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. The short completion of the tight end. They've got him at the 48, but that's a first down.
Well, I've always said I think this quarterback all year long has been able to be as consistent as any quarterback in the country. And when you get the third down, you've got to trust that he's going to make the right decision and throw an accurate ball to give you a chance at a first down. There's another example of it right there.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Looking to pass here on second down. Looks to the left for a quick throw. Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a catch. Does get the foot down.
Anytime a quarterback and a receiver are in sync, you got a chance to make a very successful play. Great job here by the offense.
The Blazers will have first and 10 here. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Heading left after the handoff. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up a football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm, everything on full display for this offense to let this defense know they could be in for a long day.
First and goal, they'll try to run it in. It's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Second down and goal upcoming. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. They'll switch it up, looking to throw. Pass caught. Can he get in? Goes down after making the grab. That's not going to be enough for a first down. They've gotten the ball down to the 3-yard line, but now it's third and goal. Try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, UAB. Wow, that is how you kick off a national championship game, Kirk.
Man, Chris, you're exactly right. This offense came out with a mindset that they're not going to wait around and wait for this defense to get settled in. They're going to punch them straight in the mouth and assert themselves. What a championship-level statement that was.
They'll try to add the lead now with a PAT. PAT is good, so it's 7-0. Here's the kickoff team now, set to move this one away. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And they've got the returner corralled. From the Oregon Ducks offense takes the field. The first chance we had to see them today. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players, just a few guys, Kirk, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. Two good teams with great individual players.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Here's the handoff. They bring him down right at the 20.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And now the running back's got it again. There's some space around the 30. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 34.
Boy, good job up front by this offensive line, and a nice job by the back of finding that hole to pick up the first down. And honestly, Chris, this is what I think about when I think of Oregon. I know the uniforms and the flash and the dash and all the different things that people associate with this program. This is what I think about. Toughness, ability to run the ball when they have to pick up first downs, and they did it right there.
They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. First and 10 now for the offense. An inside give now from the shotgun.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Second down play coming up. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Receiver makes the catch, and they wrap him up after the completion just short of the first down marker.
We see this all over the country now in college football. Defensive backs staying back a little bit deeper, forcing the quarterback to have to throw things in front. I like the decision here by the quarterback because he gets positive yards. It's a good way of staying ahead of the chains.
And the junior able to get home with the sack.
You know, the quarterback looks like he makes the right read, but I got to tell you, I think he underestimated the speed of this defense and how quickly they were able to get to him to prevent him from picking up the first down.
And on fourth down, the punter sends it away. Oh, and it lands at the 4 and bounces in for a touchback. The UAB offense is back out on the field now. They really had the defense off balance in the last possession, mixing the run and pass extremely well. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Breaks loose at the 40. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. At the 10. Who could not stop him? He's in. Touchdown, Blazers.
What a touchdown. Anytime you see a play go for that many yards, everything has to come together. The offensive line did their job, the running back's vision and instincts and speed, and the play caller setting up the perfect personnel group, formation, and play call. It all came together, and they get the big score.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And here's the return from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And the Oregon offense is back out on the field. The last drive, they came up empty, had to kick it away. Can they come up with something here? For the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Getting set. Here's second down. They'll feed the back again. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Boy, just stoned at the line of scrimmage by this defensive front. They have been having their way at the line of scrimmage the entire first half of this national championship. And if these guys do not find a way to become more than one-dimensional, there's no way they're going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole.
Some confusion on the snap count. A false start cost them 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. On the run, going to heave it downfield. The deep shot is caught for a big gain. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air. But Kirk, UAB has the lead here. So both teams settling in this battle for the national championship through 1 quarter. Let's check out the game summary. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Send the back in motion. Looking to throw it on first down. He bought some time, now lets it go.
Boy, he has such great size. I just love this play call on 1st and 10. The defense is expecting a run. Instead, you go play action, and you throw it to the big man for some positive yards on 1st and 10.
Pass caught. Second down now. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
I mean, Chris, you have to admire this offense. They continue to try to sprinkle in the run game, even though it's not been able to really get established. But they're not just becoming one-dimensional. You got to respect that, and hopefully at some point it'll pay off.
On 3rd and short, they hand the ball off. That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. 4th down now. And the Ducks will look to convert here on 4th down. Defense trying to jam these receivers at the line. Here we go, 4th down. They'll try to run for it. And moves the ball to the 35. Another 1st down.
It makes sense going for it here. Kind of in that no man's land, depending on how much faith you have in your kicker. And if you don't get it, your opponent still has a ways to go. Now, if you pick it up, you can go get a touchdown.
The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Offense sets up for play number 8 on this drive. Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. Grab down the middle. It's Diggs. He'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
How about the arm strength from this quarterback? He really didn't have any other option than to put it right in there and give it everything that he had. Great timing and a good job of squeezing that in between the defenders.
Off the play fake, looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. Caught near the goal line. And he scores. Touchdown, Oregon. Who says he needed explosive plays, Kirk? That was a long, grinding scoring drive.
And think about this is the national championship. And you're able to execute like that against this quality of a defense. And that is a great job by the coordinator and the quarterback being in sync and putting together a heck of a drive.
Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Blazers offense retakes the field now. Great possession last time. They punched it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? And the first play of the drive now from the 25. From the shotgun, it's a handoff.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order in this play. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order in this play. Dropping back, we're going to throw for the 1st down. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, UAB. So still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before they even get to the locker rooms.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Now they get set to kick it away. And the return starts just inside the end zone. Tackled at the 12. The coach wishes he left that one in the end zone. And the Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? The guys up front lined up. It's first down. Takes the handoff and tests the left side. They get him to the ground about the 18-yard line.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and it's a nice, solid game.
The Ducks hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. They look to throw it here on second down. On the tight end, grabs it over the middle. And that is a first down gain. Moves the ball to a 40. Offense in hurry-up mode.
Boy, nice completion here by this Oregon offense to be able to show you it's not just about the quarterback's ability to run. Often you associate that with that Oregon quarterback, right? That dual threat guy that can run it. Do not forget about their ability to throw the football out in Eugene. Think about Darren Thomas, the career that he had. He started for a few years, took his team all the way to the national championship, made some big throws. Justin Herbert. Of course, enough said, we see it every NFL Sunday what he can do. 4-year starter for the Ducks. We're still seeing these Ducks quarterbacks being able to throw the football.
Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
The defense does a good job of being aggressive here and not slowing down their pass rush. They put pressure on him, and instead of him throwing it away, he throws it against his body back into the teeth of the defense. I thought they might come up with a pick.
Looking to throw yet again. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
On third down, he drops to throw. He makes the grab. The gain moves the football to the 6-yard line. It'll be first down and goal.
That's another positive game here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, and you've got to take chances and mix up your coverages because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
Second and goal for the offense. Here's the handoff, testing the middle. You see, able to make the stop after a short gain.
It's a nice play by this defense, and now you're thinking about third down and goal from around the 5-yard line. You got a real shot to come up with a stop here. Whether they run it or throw it, you get a stop here and maybe you hold them to 3 points.
That play sets up a third and goal from the 5 now. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. He's got it right near the end zone. Oh, and he goes down after a short gain. That's not enough for the first down.
Well, here we go. I mean, you have not come this far to get this close to be conservative and kick a field goal. To me, you've got to take this chance. You only get so many opportunities to be this close in a national championship game to get the ball into the end zone.
And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge fourth down stop. Right, so it's first and 10 back inside the 5-yard line. We're going to see how much this play caller trusts his quarterback. How aggressive will he be from this spot? Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Hey, whether it's been on the inside or bouncing things to the outside, this guy has shown you everything that he has to offer, and a big part of the reason why they're enjoying this nice lead.
First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning here. Let's see if this offense can build on this big lead before halftime. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Receiver makes the grab. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. More than enough to pick up a first down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything seems to be working. The coordinator is calling good plays. The quarterback and the rest of his receivers and running backs are executing. And frankly, this defense is showing almost no resistance.
One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. And the run moves the ball up to the 33.
Chris, it's the consistency of this pack is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's
1st and 10 here. They're going to run it. Not much on that play. Brought down short.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. He's escaping the pocket now. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. A big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
That's another huge gain for this guy, and I'll tell you what they're doing a good job of is moving him around. He's not aligning just in one.
And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one. And that review confirms the ruling on the field was correct, so the play will stand. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll change the pre-snap look now. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Looking for the wide out. Easy throw to a wide open receiver downfield. And he finally steps out of bounds after a huge gain. It'll be 1st down and goal.
Boy, this defense looks like they are confused, and they should be. This wide receiver is putting on a clinic here in the 1st half. He sees blood in the water right now, and he's got over 100 yards in the 1st half already.
Brought down, but the catch moves the ball all the way down to the 1.
The defense is so caught up in this guy running the football in this drive, they forgot to defend him coming out of the backfield. Nice positive play here.
Defense flexing. They stop him again at the 1-yard line. Now it'll be 3rd down. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. So no gain on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd and goal from the 2. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. The defense swarms. He's going backwards. He'll lose 4 yards on the play. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
Yeah, I really like the idea on 3rd down. I can kind of see the thought process there. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down. Sometimes that can work out. But the defense was just prepped and ready for it this time.
The field goal is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So they settled for 3 here, and now the kickoff. See if the opposing offense can answer before halftime. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. It'd be a surprise if they took a risk here in the final seconds of the 1st half, backed up near their own end zone. So they start the drive looking for some late fireworks here, less than 30 seconds before halftime. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Short pass finds the tight end. Finally, they get him. A great tackle by the cornerback. Not easy with that size difference. And that will do it for the 1st half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Chris, thanks. What else might we expect in a game of this magnitude? Everything on the line. The eyes of the sports world on this battle with the coveted gold trophy at stake. Each of these 2 offenses has looked like well-oiled machines, but it doesn't take a genius to figure out these 2 passing attacks have run circles around these defenses. Man or zone, nothing seems to be working. And I'm not sure that defensive coordinator is going to be able to figure things out here at halftime. And with that, let's send it back to Chris and Kirk. Fellas, hard to believe we're only 1 half away from crowning a national champion.
Blazers will kick this away to get the second half going. Fields it just outside the goal line. Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive.
That return backfires on him. Now their offense is stuck with the ball inside their own 10.
So the drive begins here backed up at their own 9. First play of the second half is a handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
There's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Looking to scramble. Escapes the pocket. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, in which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
Man, I love these big receivers. This time he's able to use his big frame to almost box out the defender on that slant route. If you've got good timing, and this is hard to stop.
The Ducks will come to the line to run the hurry up. Handoff here from the shotgun. Breaks loose at the 40. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. The Ducks pick up enough to get a first down there. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down. Second down after that run on the previous play. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Well, this is exactly where you find out what you're made of as a team. When you're trailing coming out of the half, how do you respond? Well, we know how this running back's going to respond. What a statement to get this second half started.
The Ducks have first and 10 here.
Get set.
The shotgun running play call. They pick up 4, so second down and 6 coming up. Offense right to the line, playing with tempo now. Off the RPO, caught to the right. In the clear at the 25. Tackled, but first down.
Well, he continues to have time to throw the football, and he makes this defense pay for it. Now, they realized coming into this game, they had to take away his ability to throw the football downfield. But it's the receivers and their plays after the catch that's really giving them a hard time.
And is intercepted. Going the other way, can they catch him? Past the 50. At the 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Blazers. Wow, what a play. Defensive score.
Great job here by the backer, just mirroring the quarterback, leading his eyes, and then stepping in front of that throw. Comes up with it, and then he goes back to high school, shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands. Takes it in for a touchdown.
See if they can convert the point after. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. team is out on the field. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. Picks up some blocks. Still going. It's a foot race. Can they catch him? No! Touchdown! Wow, kick return for a touchdown in the national championship game. This place has come unhinged.
You know, we get so caught up in offense and defense, sometimes people like to overlook the importance of special teams. Here's a great reminder. Big-time blocks up front, and the speed of the return man, he takes it all the way to the end zone.
Now the try for 2. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. And the tackle is made. The defense saying, not this time. They got burned in the scramble last time. They bring him down pretty quickly here. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And the kickoff will bounce right through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the UAB offense back out there. The last possession, they settled for a field goal, but really worked on the clock. Let's see if they can do that again with the lead. They'll run it from the gun. They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line.
Well, this defense is going to have to mix up some looks because this back has had a monster day in the national championship. Running inside, running outside. The defense has got to do a good job of locking in on him to negate his big play ability.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Receiver makes the catch, and he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Lofting it toward the left sideline. Downfield shot, ball's incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Love this aggressive mindset from the quarterback and offensive coordinator. Found the matchup that you wanted, take a shot downfield. You don't hit it, but you made the defense be aware of it.
Here's the second down play. Takes the ball and heads to the left side. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
The Blazers are on the move here. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Incomplete. Second down coming up. Handoff heading left. Breaks loose at the 40. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
And the Blazers come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Here's the option play. Pitch play to the back. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
The offense has had really good rhythm in this drive, running the ball, throwing the football. It seems like every play has been positive yards until that stop right there by the defense.
Now it's second down here. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Second down, we're going to throw it. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
Boy, Chris, he tried to squeeze that one in there on third down. It would have had to have been a perfectly placed ball to have any chance at a completion and a first down.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Looks downfield and connects with a wide open wide receiver. And he'll go down after a solid gain, more than enough for a first down.
That's another accurate throw by this quarterback. And Chris, when we did our prep to get ready for the national championship, we all knew that this quarterback potentially could have a big day. But I didn't expect him to get into this kind of zone. This guy cannot miss just having one of those dream performances.
He's moving out of the pocket. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but they make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
And the Blazers come to the line with first and goal. First and goal, handoff. And it'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
How about the job here by this defense? In the red zone, backed up deep in their own territory. Not fooled at all by this shotgun, thinking that they may throw. Instead, they try the draw, and it stopped immediately.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Quarterback leaves the pocket, on the move now. Touchdown, UAB. And the beatdown continues.
Well, when everybody's covered, the tight end can be a quarterback safety blanket, especially when you're looking towards the end zone. Great catch to get them in for the touchdown.
They're set now to try the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He'll bring it out from his end zone. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. This should be the last play of the quarter coming up. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And he's brought down short of the line to gain in what should be the last play of this third quarter.
Okay, ready?
Well, Kirk, UAB has the lead here. So 3 quarters complete in this battle to crown a national championship. Before moving on, let's check out the game summary so far. Now, entering the final period of play, is there an epic comeback in store? We're going to find out. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Quarterback drops back, trying to create outside the pocket now. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
How about this by the quarterback? He takes a negative play and turns it into positive yards and slides down before taking a big shot. It's an excellent job of getting down to avoid that big hit.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? And he floats this pass deep down the right side. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up 4th down. The Ducks will have to kick it away when he comes for his 2nd punt of the game. Oh, and he's got a crease here. Look out. And the returner is brought down. The UAB offense is back out on the field now. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. First down. They're going to throw the football. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete. Important 2nd down play coming up. From the gun, he looks for an open man. The defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
Just a great play on the ball by the defensive back, getting a hand on it and tipping it up into the air. Boy, anytime you see a tip go up, often that defense is thinking interception. This one falls to the ground, but the next tip ball could be going the other way.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. He's running out of time here. And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
They'll kick it away here. Oh, and he fumbled it. Offense keeps possession, recovers the fumble.
He catches a break here. Always good to have friends looking out for you on the job. That was almost a major momentum shift, if not for the returner's teammate coming in to recover that fumble.
Look him out throwing here to start the drive. Takes it out to the 44. That's good for a first down.
Boy, the slant route is already a difficult pass to defend in man coverage, but especially against a receiver like that. Man, good luck. Big receiver, they can use their body to shield the defensive back from the ball if it's placed correctly by the quarterback.
Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looking for his big tight end. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's 2nd down. It's press coverage now from these DBs. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Down he goes. A sack.
Well, here we are in the national championship, and you always talk about offense. And it is. It's become an offensive game. But how fitting to see this defense. This team has a nice lead, and a large portion of that has to do with the way they've been able to get after this quarterback. That's the 2nd sack in this game.
Defense are going to keep the pressure up on this 3rd down. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. Defense looking for back-to-back sacks. 3rd down now. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Looks like he's going to run it. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Chris, the advantage there obviously was with the defense on 3rd down and long. And they do a good job of taking away things downfield, but, man, you got to account for the quarterback taking off and running. Nobody does, so he gets big yards, and now he gives the offense a chance here on 4th down.
Needs a completion here on 4th down. Makes the catch, and the offense will keep this drive going. They make the tackle, but he easily gets 1st down yardage, and the drive keeps going.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On 4th down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the 1st down.
They'll run it here. Fighting off the defender. He's brought down after 6. The offense will have 1st and goal right there.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, where the heck was that all game? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping that to himself, thinking, all right, maybe this is something to build on. Maybe something positive can come out of this. You're going to have some bad games from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready in the future. That right there, yeah, that's what they've been looking for all game.
Coming up, 2nd down and goal. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks. Extra point try coming now. And it's good. Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. And the hands team able to recover the football. The Blazers offense retakes the field now. They're looking to build on the lead. They had to punt the football in the last possession. Handoff to the back. They'll keep the clock moving. Finding some room at the 25. A big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
What a shock, right? I mean, this guy once again gets his hands on the football, and great things seems to happen. He's over 120 yards on the day, and it's really been a combination of his vision and speed, along with really dominant offensive line play.
And in 1st down, right back to the running game. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Takes the ball, tries the right side here. He moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a 1st and goal now.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
The Blazers looking to cap the drive here. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Nice job by this defense on that 2nd down, so we now have 3rd down and goal. The offense could be thinking about 4-down situation. They need to put the ball into the end zone. They don't want to settle for a field goal here.
Offense moving backwards here, a long way from the goal line now. On 3rd and goal, he's going to try to throw for it. And the scramble moves it closer to the goal line. The defense able to grab it.
Oh, my gosh, Chris. I thought he was going to be able to find a way to get to the end zone. He is such a threat when he takes off. He pulls that ball down and tries to get to the end zone on these scrambles, but the defense just keeps him out of the goal line. And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
Getting set to kick off after extending the lead with a field goal. The offense knows they have a long way to go and not much time to get there. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Oregon offense comes back out on the field. Well, this has been a disappointment. They've had their doors blown off here, just playing for pride at this point. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. And it's incomplete. He just missed his target, overthrowing it. Second down after the incompletion. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. They bring him down, but that is a huge play for this passing game. Big game.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
The offense is clicking, and the defense just searching for answers now. And it's incomplete, just out of the reach of the receiver.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
This time, a completion. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain. And the offense will wisely spend a timeout after the play. Clock management's going to be very important here in the final minutes. That completion sets up an important third down play. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Catch is made down the middle. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve as much clock as possible.
Boy, the defense missed an opportunity here, put a lot of pressure on this offense. They allow them to convert. They could have got them to fourth down with the lead that they have. Boy, this could have been a knockout punch.
Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Can he take it all the way? So a great return following the pick. They're finally able to get him down.
Just a great job of anticipating that and coming up with a big interception by this defense. Because they have this lead, they've really forced this offense to become one-dimensional. They're expecting the ball to be into the air. The defensive backs have their eyes on the ball, and they're able to capitalize with a big pick here in the national title.
So the job is simple here. Just take a knee, run out the clock, and begin the celebration. And that knee should do it. We have our national champions. Well, this was an intriguing matchup coming in. We weren't sure which way it was going to go. Kirk, what do you think made the difference today?
Well, I think it's the critical moments, the third downs, the red zones, the turnover margin. Those are the areas you're usually going to see the difference in a close game. And today they were able to come up on top in a lot of those aspects of the game.
Well, that's it. Dramatic punctuation to another outstanding season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. Officially, your kings of the college football world and national champions, the UAB Blazers.